In the tapestry of human existence, the question of our origins has captivated minds for millennia. Where did we come from? What sparked the flame of life and set the cosmos in motion? The book of Genesis offers a compelling narrative of our beginnings. It speaks of a time when the universe was shrouded in darkness, and a divine voice echoed through the void, calling forth light and life. In this exploration of Genesis, we will journey back to the dawn of creation, delving into the key insights and biblical passages that illuminate the story of our world and our place within it. In the fathomless depths of nothingness, before time began its relentless march, the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the deep. Picture, if you will, a canvas of absolute darkness, an emptiness so profound that it defies human comprehension. And then a voice powerful and majestic pierces the silence.
"Let there be light."
And light there was. Not the gentle glow of dawn, but a sudden brilliant illumination that banished the darkness and marked the first act of creation. Genesis tells us that God separated the light from the darkness, calling the light day and the darkness night. This separation wasn't merely physical, it was a declaration of order, a divine imposition of structure upon the formless void. It marked the beginning of time itself, the establishment of a rhythm that would govern the newly born cosmos. From the depths of non-existence, light emerged, a testament to the boundless power of the Creator. On the second day of creation, God spoke again, and the waters, representing the primordial chaos, were tamed by the awesome power of His word. He created a vast expanse, a firmament, to separate the waters above from the waters below.
"Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters."
This firmament, which He called heaven, served as a tangible division, a testament to His ability to impose order upon the formless void. Picture a boundless ocean stretching in all directions, an image of untamed power and potential. Then imagine a dome, a crystalline archway, rising majestically from the depths, dividing the waters and revealing the heavens above. And God said,
"Let the waters under the heavens be gathered together into one place, and let the dry land appear."
And it was so. The waters receded, revealing the contours of the earth, the majestic mountains, the sweeping valleys, and the fertile plains. The earth, once submerged beneath a watery veil, now stood revealed, ready to receive the gift of life. God in His infinite wisdom spoke again, commanding the earth to bring forth vegetation.
"Let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind."
And from the barren ground life sprang forth in a riot of color and form. Trees, reaching for the heavens, adorned the landscape, their branches heavy with the promise of fruit. Grasses carpeted the plains, their emerald hues a testament to the miracle of creation. On the fourth day, God turned His attention to the heavens.
"Let there be lights in the vault of heaven to separate the day from the night, and let them serve as signs to mark sacred times and days and years."
And it was so. God created two great lights, the greater light to govern the day and the lesser light to govern the night. He also made the stars. Imagine a sky once empty and dark, now ablaze with the glory of countless stars. The creation of the sun, moon, and stars marked a pivotal moment in the creation narrative. On the fifth day, God's creative power filled the waters and the skies.
"Let the water teem with living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth across the vault of heaven."
And it was so. God created the great creatures of the sea, and every living thing that moves, with which the waters teemed according to their kinds, and every winged bird according to its kind. Imagine the oceans, once silent, now teeming with life. Schools of fish, shimmering silver in the sunlight, darted through coral reefs bursting with color. Birds of every size and color soared through the air, their calls echoing across the land. On the sixth and final day of creation, God turned His attention to the land.
"Let the land produce living creatures according to their kinds, the livestock, the creatures that move along the ground, and the wild animals, each according to its kind."
And it was so. The earth, already teeming with plant life, was now populated with a diverse array of animals, each one uniquely designed for its environment. Picture herds of grazing animals roaming the plains, their hooves drumming a steady rhythm against the earth. Imagine predators, sleek and powerful, stalking their prey through the undergrowth. And envision the smallest creatures, insects with iridescent wings and animals that burrowed beneath the surface, each playing a vital role in the intricate web of life. But the pinnacle of God's creation on this day was yet to come. The Sabbath, a day of rest. And on the seventh day God rested. This was not a rest born of exhaustion, for God, the creator of all, knows no weariness. It was a rest of completion, a cessation of creative activity, a moment to step back and behold the majesty of all that had been made. The establishment of the Sabbath, a day set apart for rest and reflection, was a profound act, imbued with deep significance. It was a reminder that even in the midst of our labors, we are called to pause, to rest, and to remember the goodness of God and the wonder of His creation. The creation of humanity, the crown jewel of God's creation, is described in Genesis with breathtaking intimacy. We are told that God formed man from the dust of the ground, a humble beginning that speaks to our connection to the earth. But it was the breath of life, breathed into man's nostrils, that transformed him from inanimate matter into a living soul, made in the image of God. God's voice: "It is not good for the man to be alone. I will make a helper suitable for him." And so, from the rib of man, God created woman, a being equal in dignity and worth, yet distinct in her nature, a perfect complement to man. This act of creation, the fashioning of woman from man's rib, speaks volumes about the nature of the relationship between man and woman. It highlights their interconnectedness, their shared origin, and their complementary roles in fulfilling God's plan for creation. Dominion and stewardship: humanity's role in creation. With the creation of humanity came a profound responsibility: dominion over all creation. God's voice: "Be fruitful and increase in number, fill the earth and subdue it. Rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky and over every living creature that moves on the ground." This dominion, however, was not a license for exploitation, but a call to stewardship, a sacred trust to care for the earth and all its inhabitants. Imagine the Garden of Eden, a paradise of lush vegetation, crystal-clear rivers, and an abundance of life. The mandate to subdue the earth was not a call to domination, but to responsible management, to harnessing the resources of the earth for the good of all creation. The Garden of Eden, a paradise lost. Genesis paints a vivid picture of the Garden of Eden, a place of unparalleled beauty and abundance. It was a sanctuary where humanity walked in perfect harmony with God and with creation. A river flowed through the garden, watering it and branching into 4 headwaters, symbolizing the source of life and blessing that emanated from this sacred space. In the midst of the garden stood 2 remarkable trees, the tree of life and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. The Garden of Eden, a place of beauty, provision, and relationship, stands as a poignant reminder of what was lost due to human disobedience. The tree of life and the tree of knowledge. The 2 trees in the Garden of Eden, the tree of life and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, stand as powerful symbols in the biblical narrative. They represent the choices presented to humanity, the consequences of obedience and disobedience, and the ongoing struggle between good and evil that has marked human history.
You are free to eat from any tree in the garden, but you must not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, for when you eat from it you will certainly die.
This command, a test of obedience and trust, highlighted the boundaries of human freedom and the consequences of choosing our own way over God's. The fall sin enters the world. The serpent, cunning and deceptive, tempted Eve with the fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, questioning God's word and appealing to her desire for wisdom and autonomy.
Did God really say, "You must not eat from any tree in the garden"?
Eve, enticed by the serpent's words and the allure of forbidden knowledge, took a bite of the fruit and gave some to Adam, who was with her. In that moment, their eyes were opened, and they realized their nakedness, a metaphor for their newfound separation from God. The consequences of their disobedience were immediate and far-reaching. In the image of God, our enduring legacy. As we conclude our exploration of the Genesis creation story, we are left with a profound sense of awe at the majesty of God's creative power, the intricate beauty of the world He has made, and the weighty responsibility entrusted to humanity as stewards of His creation. The story of Genesis is not merely a tale of origins, it is a timeless narrative that speaks to the very core of our being, illuminating our relationship with God, with each other, and with the world around us. The book of Genesis reminds us that we are created in the image of God, endowed with inherent dignity, worth, and the capacity to reflect His love and creativity in the world. It calls us to embrace our role as stewards of creation, to care for the earth and all its inhabitants with wisdom, compassion, and reverence. May this exploration of Genesis inspire you to delve deeper into the scriptures, to seek a more profound understanding of God's heart for humanity and His plan for creation.